I don't know. I'm getting fed up with this fucking bullshit, this political correctness bullshit, the stupidity of this craziness when it comes with freedom of speech in Canada, because most people here are really, really pussy-lipped, really thin-skinned. I mean, don't think for one fucking second that just because we have to hinder the cold and the ice and winter all the time, that doesn't actually mean we have thick skin. Because some people here don't fucking have thick skin whatsoever. But what's pissing me off about this is the mayor of Montreal tweeted something on the lines of that freedom of expression only goes so far, and that the blogger isn't welcomed in Montreal. Now, to give you a bit of a backstory, there's this guy who's pretty much fairly known in the pickup artist community, who's also an anti-feminist and who's apparently a men's rights activist. His name is Roosh. Never heard of the guy. So let me just give you a bit of the backstory before I continue. So Montrealers protest against anti-feminist blogger. Yeah, we got our priorities straight. Very good. So more than 100 people showed up to a protest against a controversial blogger who was supposed to give a talk in Montreal Saturday. Now this fucking name I can't pronounce, but Velizda? That's the last name, Velizda. Better known by his pseudonym Roosh V, is known for giving his lectures on how to pick up women. He has written several books on the topic and actively writes and gives lectures that are described as offensive and degrading towards women. In February, an article on his website written by the username Roosh posted that to stop rape, it should be made legal if committed on private property. See, I find that kind of funny. I don't know, I find that kind of funny for some reason. Because it's just so fucking stupid. 3 women started up a petition to keep him out of Canada, but were unsuccessful. The post on his website encouraged his fans to infiltrate the protest by pretending to agree with the demonstrators while casually filming proceedings with their phones, a piece of advice that made those in the crowd reluctant to speak with the media. Quote, "There has been a lot of backlash. We've been harassed. Individuals have been targeted, harassed, and trolled," said one protester. Roosh's fans defended his view vehemently and launched aggressive online counterattacks against anyone who criticizes what he says. Sounds like a bunch of Justin Bieber fans to me. Aurélie Nix, one of the 3 women who started the petition to keep Roosh out of the country, she said she and others she knows have received death threats online. At this point, you will see the craziness waiting to be unraveled. The situation is going to show its ugly face. Mayor Denis Coderre offered his opinion on the Roosh in a series of tweets saying freedom of expression only goes so far and that the blogger isn't welcomed in Montreal. The hotel was eventually supposed to host his event, canceled it. It was slated to be held at a different venue. On a page on one of his websites, asked for his fans to spread false information about where the event was held in order to confuse those who may want to crash it. His world tour is billed as a 4-hour event with a 40-minute lecture, blah, blah, blah. Okay. On the website, some are saying the event was a success, while others say it's been canceled. It is unclear where it's actually held. He has another show planned, Toronto next week. Now, let me just give my opinion on this whole fucking thing. As far as I'm concerned about pickup artists, I'm not a big fan of them. However, However, a lot of these things that these people do, all they do from what I understood of the pickup artist community is all they do is use certain lines for it's basically self-explanatory, just to have sex with women. That's basically it. I'm not a big fan of that. This guy obviously has a huge fucking platform. But the fact that we have an elected official writing on Twitter saying that freedom of expression only goes so far and this guy's not welcome. Actually, this is fucking bullshit. You know why? Because what this motherfucker is doing is what I had tweeted him before. And I tweeted him this. I don't know if Mayor Denis Coderre needs a fucking lesson in freedom of expression 101, but that's the fucking problem. This is how pussy whipped Canadians are, to the point where you're gonna sit here and fucking say that it's not welcomed. No, dude. You're not fucking welcomed. You know why? Because when you start to censor people, that shit's not gonna fly with a lot of folks. I'm not defending what he has to fucking say. I am defending freedom of speech. I am defending his right to speak what he has to say. Sure, I thought what he said about rape being committed on private property, I take that as a joke because I think it's fucking stupid, and rape is overall a terrible thing. But to joke about it should not be a crime. And the fact that there are people, 3 women, that decided to protest against this motherfucker out of Canada, it's like, really, bitch? Really? So you're okay with protesting against people that say stupid things about women. But we do have people in the world that are neo-Nazis, people that say really stupid things in the fucking world. But if anybody that should be protested, it should be the mayor of Montreal. Because what he is doing is fucking stupid. This guy should be protested against having to censor people. What isn't welcomed is censorship. Because I feel as though a lot of Canadians forget what actually freedom of speech is. And most people need a bitch slap in the face to understand what freedom of expression and conscience and freedom of speech actually fucking is. If you're gonna say that it only goes so far, you're caving into the stupidity of the political correctness of the infamous phrase, I believe in freedom of speech, but there is no but. Freedom of speech, it's an absolute, it's all cool or none of it is. So what you're telling me, and from the rest of us here, who pay our fucking taxes, who do not believe in blasphemy laws, you're telling us we don't have freedom of speech. You should be charged for fucking treason. This guy should not be the mayor of Montreal, a big, important cosmopolitan city. Is this how you want to fucking lead people? Is this the example that you want to fucking do? Is this the kind of Montreal that you want to fucking live in? Do you want to be part of the problem or part of the solution? Because freedom of speech is an absolute. I don't want to fucking hear anybody tell me that, well, how is it absolute? I feel as though a lot of people need to seriously stop being fucking offended. So this guy said some stupid shit. Big fucking whoop. I mean, seriously, this guy did not kill anybody. This guy did not murder anyone. He has some stupid opinions to the point where you have to be a pickup artist. To me, in my opinion, is just so To me, it's pathetic to the point where you're a freaking loser and you're profiting off of this bullshit. You know, just like the freaking Vatican. They're selling you something stupid. So, I mean, at the end of the night, you're no better than the mayor. You're no fucking better than what you see this guy to be a fucking threat. You want him out of Canada. You're saying he's not welcomed here. No, censorship isn't welcomed here. I mean, I hate to say this, but freedom of expression means that people will say disgusting things. Duh. And to the point where people have to go to jail for saying an opinion. Like I said a billion times, this isn't Saudi Arabia. We do not believe in blasphemy laws. If that's what you guys want to do, then why don't you go live in Saudi Arabia? And then, if it's not working out for you, I think you're going to fully appreciate the rights that you have as a Canadian citizen. Because a lot of people are way too fucking sensitive and need to grow thicker skin. I mean, for fucking realsies. We always have to protect the other person's feelings. Okay, well, what this guy said, some of it is pretty fucking stupid. I mean, yeah, it is a little bit offensive, but overall, it's dumb. It's stupid. It doesn't get any more stupid to the point where you have citizens of a country where people say something really fucking stupid to state an opinion that is so fucking offensive to the freaking norm. You are going to be at the point where you're going to be protested and you want them to be out of the fucking country? No, for real. I couldn't make it up even if I tried. But these people are no fucking better than this mayor. This guy shouldn't be a fucking mayor. I honestly think that you assholes seriously need to grow a set of balls, man. A lot of people need to seriously grow some balls, and if you don't understand the whole freedom of expression thing, you guys shouldn't be in Canada. Freedom of speech is an absolute. Which means people will say disgusting things. People are allowed to their opinions. We live in a world full of people, 7 billion people, where you have different personalities, different backgrounds, and you cannot sit here and try to sell me this bullshit that I have to like everybody. No. You didn't like what this guy had to fucking say. Why do people have to call me at this time? Just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean you have to fucking censor them. And it's fine. You don't have to like everybody in the fucking world. Just as you don't have to like their fucking opinions. Not to the point of censoring them. Not to the point where you want to protest them and keep them out of Canada. Or make them lose a job. For a joke that you didn't fucking like. Or for something that people say. I mean, are you guys that much of fucking pussies? That you can't handle people's opinions? This guy says stupid shit. Let him say stupid shit. The beauty of freedom of speech means you are able to challenge people's ideas, challenge these people. But you're too weak to fucking do that. So how are we supposed to live into a country and a better world where everyone is quick to point the fucking finger and forget that we have these laws and you cannot impose your stupidity or your offensiveness on everybody else? I'm sorry. This is the world we fucking live in. You have no right to impose your stuff on anybody. Alright? No matter how much your feelings are fucking hurt. I mean, how are we supposed to grow as a society overall? Don't we have bullying campaigns in schools? Stand up for yourself, and then when people do, you get shut out? I mean, is this the adult world that I'm going to be growing up in? Because I was always told, oh, stand up for yourself. Grow thicker skin. You should go tell an adult. Yeah, because that's fucking worked out. It's like damned if you do and damned if you don't. If this is the fucking world I gotta live in, that Canadians are gonna be going into, then we're even more screwed. Okay? Here's what you motherfuckers have to understand. Let me break it down for you in a much better way so I don't hurt your little feelings, okay? People who live in a society where we're granted rights means that we are free to be autonomous and be who we are. And we don't have to like everybody, just as if we all liked everyone, the world would be a pretty fucking boring place. But that's the thing. People have rights to their conscience, their beliefs, their opinions, their speech, being an overall human being. You're allowed to do that. You have a right. But what you are allowed to object to is what they are saying. How do you do that? Challenge them. Don't censor them. Challenge them. But if you're too weak in the knees to do that, then you're fucking weak, because you know what? It just proves how much of a pussy you are, and you're gonna live a miserable fucking life. Now, a lot of these guys are so not fucking helping. They're part of the problem, not part of the solution. If you want smart elected officials, we need to see these guys ASAP. We need guys like Jesse Ventura here in Canada, because everyone here is fucking pussy with. My opinion and all of this is, pickup artists for me are, they're not my forte. I don't fucking like these guys, but they have a right. This guy, Roosh, has a right to his opinion. I don't agree with a lot of things that he said. Challenge him. Now, as far as these fucking women that want this guy out of here, you guys are fucking idiots, and you're pathetic. If this is your answer to everything, you should not be living in Canada. Or if you are going to live here, change your fucking tone. Do something more, effective. Now, as far as Coderre goes, should not be a mayor. And needs to learn a couple of lessons of what freedom of speech is. Because freedom of speech is an absolute. And Canadians need to grow a set of balls. So in this case, everybody deserves a giant middle finger up your ass.